Want to close this account?
$112.14.
All right, small bills.
No, you're overdrawn that much.
What does that mean?
It means you hit zero. Here's zero. You went below zero.
Okay.
Hi, welcome back to What the Flick. You don't know who I am. I'm Tim Grierson, sitting in for Alonzo.
And Matt.
That's right, everybody's gone, yes. I am a host of thousands. I'm here with William and with Christy. The wonderful Christy Lemire has seen St. Vincent, starring Bill Murray, and she's going to tell us a little bit about whether or not it's Oscar-worthy or even worth seeing.
Oh my God, it's shockingly terrible, actually. Sadly so. So Bill Murray is this curmudgeonly old dude who drinks too much and smokes too much and is just misanthropic in general. One day, Melissa McCarthy moves in next door with her little boy. She's a single mom, and wouldn't you know it, he needs a father figure. And there's one right next door. Take a look.
Sir?
Take me, God. Don't play with me.
I was wondering if I could use your phone.
My house? I can watch the kid after school. I can do $11 an hour. Let's go! Here's a dime. Call your mom.
Costs more than a dime.
All right, here. Costs more than that. Call collect.
Vin! What kind of a man takes a child to a bar and to the racetrack?
Who passed in your Cheerios?
A saint is a human being we celebrate for the sacrifices that they make, for their commitment to making the world a better place.
Why is he mowing your dirt patch?
I'm showing him how the world works. You work, you get paid, you drink.
This movie is terrible. I see you face palming while I'm describing it.
So it sounds like as good as it gets if it wasn't as good as it gets.
No, it has got some Rushmore to it when you look at like better films in which Bill Murray plays, you know, this horrible, miserable guy. It's like so many films where the kid is sweet and quiet and shy and needs a push to find his confidence. And the older guy is miserable, but there's a sweetheart inside of him, and they meet in the middle and make each other better. And it is just cloying. The worst part of all, Naomi Watts is cast as a Russian hooker with a heart of gold.
Who's pregnant, correct, isn't that?
She's super pregnant,
She's
right.
That's awesome. Is she still working? Is that a thing?
She's a stripper and a hooker. She's like, Bill Murray is like her usual trick.
Wow.
But she's sweet, and so you know when bad things happen to him in the movie, she comes in and takes care of him and helps him out. But never for a second do you forget that you are watching Naomi Watts in like ass-hugging Daisy Duke shorts and a bad Russian accent. Like she goes to dark places in a lot of films.
Yeah.
She is never for a second believable here. She's
Is
just
Bill
slumming.
Murray any good? I feel like that's the only reason people would go see this movie is Bill Murray's going to do his Rushmore shtick.
Yeah, but he can do that in his sleep. Yeah,
Sure.
so he's fine. He's fine, and he and Melissa McCarthy have some nice banter. She actually is pretty good in this because it's a rare kind of dramatic role for her. She's not doing the wacky, brash, brazen physical comedy she's known for.
I'm kind of sick of her yelling at people. Like she's funny, but I've seen it.
So for me, it's actually funny that I'm actually more interested in seeing what she's like in the movie as opposed to Bill Murray. Because obviously the commercials and the trailers, I feel like I know exactly what that character is and how Bill Murray's going to do it, where at least Melissa McCarthy is doing something we don't necessarily see from her, or at least not for a while.
Yeah, no, she is pretty good in this, and so it's a nice indication of the potential for future range, and it makes you wish that she had better material to work with to do this kind of thing. But it is so hokey, it's so formulaic. I mean, it's trying to shock.
Does it end with a big competition?
Close. It ends on stage at school during a big performance.
Yes, about a boy.
Yeah, it is totally about a boy. Where the kid has to do a presentation on saints among us. So Chris O'Dowd is his teacher. Chris O'Dowd's good in this too.
He's always
We
good.
have a little bridesmaids reunion here between him and Melissa McCarthy. But he's the teacher who gives all these kids an assignment to pick a saint, but not like Saint Timothy or whoever, like a saint among us, like a regular person. Guess who he's gonna pick?
No.
I'm sorry to give away so many spoilers here on St. Vincent. And of
That's
course,
not a spoiler.
the Bill Murray figure, of course, does not want to go to this thing. It has to get tricked into going, and so he walks down through the back. He walks through the back doors of the place while the moment's in progress. Like, here's all the great stuff this guy can do, and here's why he's a saint. And there's hugs and tears at the end.
The only thing I could say this is if the musical score was done entirely by St. Vincent. Did she do the score?
No. It's
all right, well, I'm out.
You're out.
I'm
You're done.
done.
Bye bye. See you later. No, it's a waste of talent. It's just massive formula. It's just super hokey and mawkish.
Which I think for me is sad because Bill Murray is not someone who does 3 films a year. I mean, he's sort of selective about his projects.
Yeah.
And I think when he picks something, there's a little bit more of an expectation of, oh, this must be something that he decided was worth his time. I mean, he's the one that held out from doing a Ghostbusters sequel reboot because he just didn't want to do it. So there's a sense that Bill Murray is very selective.
Right, there's that hotline you have to call, right? There's the Bill Murray hotline to call.
Because he doesn't even have like an agent or whatever. Like he's just his own guy. And so, and I forget, was this a Blacklist script? Was this one of those ones that was? Because I feel like you think there must be some pedigree. Why? Because I think it's like a first-time filmmaker who directed this.
He just wanted to work with maybe the cast was already in place, like Melissa McCarthy and Naomi Watts, and he was like, I want to work with them. They seem like nice people.
I mean, I think it's always dangerous for critics to sort of assume why actors do what they do. But I think, having not seen this movie, maybe I would love it and be really surprised. But you think, if you're going to be really selective between this and his FDR movie, he hasn't done anything really strong in several years now, and it's sort of disappointing.
But I could see why the FDR movie might have appealed to him because it's a big historical character. It was an interesting side note, and it's not a bad movie, but the actual side story was of interest. It was a potential Oscar role,
Hand job in the car.
Hand job in a car in a field with his cousin.
He doesn't get that in Grand Budapest Hotel, so he figured,
He should get that in every movie now. That should be his I'll be back.
Hand job in the car. So anyway, so it's just cheesy and mawkish and a waste of a lot of talent. I mean, if you want to go for like just this comforting, feel-good movie, I would still say pick something else. Pick something with puppy dogs in it, maybe. Okay, so my number is a 4. It's a 62% on the tomato meter. I'm cold-hearted, though. That's it. Thanks, bye.